to save you? What if the person you've been waiting for is actually you? I used to think I couldn't move forward till I had the right book, the right coach, the right guide, the right information, the perfect website, with someone who could come and help me finish the things that I didn't know how to do, or at least didn't think I was capable of doing. This isn't Disney. You don't need saving. You need rhythm. You need to trust yourself. You need skills. Back then, what was I waiting for? Was it codependency or was it permission? Was it fear or was it wanting somebody else to be doing it for me? I had to break those things down and recognize when my own thoughts stopped me from moving forward with something because I thought I needed somebody else or I needed a different tool. And when I can step back, creatively look at each one of these situations and recognize that if I can think of it differently, then I can probably think of a different solution that doesn't require that tool or could be done a different way. Like currently, I'm still using my iPhone to record my videos. Eventually, yeah, I do want to have a proper camera and a proper mic setup and have all of that aligned. But am I waiting to start my channel until that occurs? Hell no. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to run fearlessly into that fire and move forward with what I have instead of waiting for it to be perfect. And there was also the side of me that was waiting for someone to give me permission. Like I wasn't allowed to be creating what I wanted to create. This happened a lot to me back when I was a nurse and I was trying to create health coaching information. I was constantly blocking myself from creating the information because I always felt like I had to have a higher source above me to reference that information from. It wasn't allowed to come from within me. It had to have somebody else. Instead of recognizing the power within me and the knowledge that I have grown through so many years of learning and practicing and repeating the same things over and over again. So by feeling that I had to have like a source of information for everything that I was doing, it stopped me from ever actually moving forward. It would be the excuse that blocked me from shifting what I wanted to create. It also was the piece that took the creativity out of what I was making. And by taking that creativity or the fire or the excitement from it, it fell flat. The energy to want to make it disappears. Let me take you out into the garden because everything I've built has started from the ground up. There's power in doing small things with your whole heart. This is how I turn my daily work into something sacred. When I was a nurse, I made a rule. If it took me less than 5 minutes and I could do it, I did it myself. If a patient wanted a cup of coffee, I didn't page a nursing assistant. I did it myself. By closing this loop of communication and bringing the patient the coffee myself, one, it didn't distract the CNA from the task that she was already doing and having to redirect her. Two, I was already closing my loop with this patient, so they are not going to be asking me for anything else because this was already the final thing, as opposed to if somebody else went in there, they might find a new set of needs to ask for. And then also, it ensures that the patient gets the coffee in a timely manner instead of having to wait for the CNA to finish her current task and then start into that task. My 5-minute rule shapes the way I lead. It's not about doing everything forever. It's about learning what matters and staying connected to the experience. Now I'm building my business, painting, creating videos, uploading, making copy, responding to messages, curating and loving my audience, managing my shop, creating videos. That same rule still applies. Every time I learn a skill myself, editing videos or writing copy becomes a brick in the foundation of what I'm building. I've learned so much by doing the things that I once thought I couldn't do. And by challenging myself and allowing my neural pathways to see that I could do these things even though I once believed I couldn't, it then opens you up and expands you to more options and possibilities for future endeavors and later creative expressions in life. Each time you prove to yourself that you do something that you didn't think you could do, or you reach over that next milestone, that next unknown horizon and you get past that and you stand at the top and you're like, wow, this is really fucking cool. And I think those moments of humility, by having worked my way up the medical system, by first being a caregiver, then a CNA, then an EMT, and then an RN, it allowed me to be in the shoes of where others had been and understand that their working world and what they were responding to as well. And that made me a better leader in the group that I worked with. And as I build this business, it'll make me a better leader in the people that I lead in the future in building. Every painting teaches me something. It's not just about light and shadow. It's about devotion and systems, follow through. I've taught myself video editing, uploading analytics, posting, packaging, pricing, website design, online marketing, not because I want to do it all forever, but because when I know these parts, I can lead these parts later on. Nobody's coming to save me, and truthfully, I don't want them to. I've earned this rhythm, and I'm building it into something real. I feel like I've learned so many skills over the years, and each time I learn a new one, it surprises even myself to what I have created sometimes. Like stepping back and looking at the front page of my YouTube channel and being like, oh my goodness, I made this. This is so cool. And like seeing it come to life in real life. In when it was something before I didn't believe or couldn't see happening in a way. And to see each step and each skill build on itself, even when I thought I was learning a skill for something else, when really it works beautifully for the current project I'm working on. But I had never intended when I was initially learning that skill for this skill set. And yet, it makes this beautiful magic of when you're listening to the breadcrumbs along the way, even if it doesn't seem like there's a reason, there's always a reason in the end. What would it feel like to know the inner workings of your own dream? So here's your check-in. What's one skill that you want to learn that you've been avoiding because you believed you needed somebody else to help you start? Comment below with one skill you're ready to take ownership over. Or just say, building it. Let's build this thing together, brick by brick. If you like this episode, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Till the next time, my love.